Welcome back, fans and friends. For this upcoming video, we have from Greenlight's Hollywood series. This is the 1979 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, and so as seen in the second Rocky film. And so we have here Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed, and obviously Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa. And the car was featured briefly in the movie. It is driven by, I think, both characters, as I remember. The one main difference, though, is I don't believe when I was watching it, the car they drive is the T-top, which is this one. I think they just drive the standard hardtop version of the car, and it's obviously not a convertible. Anyway, and another slight difference is in the movie they are Goodyear, as you can see there, but they have polyester radial written on the other side of where Goodyear is. Just minor things. Anyway, you can see there decent detail from the front. We can see the Trans Am logo and decals on the side of the car, and there's the back of it. We will be getting it out, don't worry, I will be opening it. So it's 14 plus 164, and this is Series 5 from Hollywood's Greenlight series, which seems kind of short. But there we have everything else. The one die-cast vehicle, limited edition, obviously. They have decided to usually recently not as much put the stickers onto it, but put the ink. Anyway, so from Rocky to Rocky 5, there we go, 1976 to 2022. I do believe the movie is 1979, as far as I remember. Anyway, Goodyear, as seen on the tires, and since Pontiac used to be a General Motors product, those are the only two sponsors on the back of the box, besides there's MGM. Metro Goldwyn Mayer Studios, and this is from 2024, and as you can see there, the video shot. So this is obviously very much so a collector's item. Really kind of sad to open it, but I do love the Firebird Trans Am. If I happen to see another one on the shelf, I will buy it for sure. But like I said, I'm a fan of the Trans Am in general. And this one featured actually 3 engines, a very small 351, which the odds are, because of what it says on the hood of the car, it is not that one. So it's either the Pontiac 400 CI or the Oldsmobile 403, both of which are roughly 6.6 liter and therefore qualify. Unfortunately, I don't visually know the differences between the two, but you'll be able to make up your own mind as soon as I open the hood. So it comes obviously in the plastic insert that I was clearly struggling to get out of that container. So we will start with the front. The front windshield is the hazy plastic. I don't like it, but that's how they did it, unfortunately. And so this is what I was talking about. If you look at photos of the movie, and in the movie, when you watch them, it looks solid. Like the line there is solid. There looks to be no cuts, so therefore this is the T-top version of the car, and not the hardtop version of the car, which is the one I think they have in the movie. Anyway, you have the gold Firebird on the front, the nice Pontiac symbol in the middle. This is just before the next generation, where they would round out into what I call the eyelash version of the front headlights. Everything here appears to be painted in. There are no inserts, so that's just letting you know. Turning signal, everything there. And so what I mean by not being the smaller engine, you can just see there 6.6 liter. Shaker hood, I think, was found on both the Oldsmobile 403 as well as the Pontiac 400, so therefore only buy it directly as soon as we pop open the hood, but we know what it is. Anyway, on to the left side, door handle edged in, not painted, the gold trim on the outside of the window. Like I said, it doesn't show on the top there section. There's another Firebird symbol. Brake light on the rear, Trans Am written right there. It is nice and legible. The exhaust for the engine just to the rear of the wheel well, and as you can see there, what I was saying earlier about the tires, if you watch the movie, you'll see it'll say Goodyear, but on this side it'll say polyester radial. I don't believe it looks like there's letters etched in there, but they are not painted. No, there's nothing. Rear tire proves that. I do happen to like the wheels as they were done in the movie. Not so much obviously here, but door cutout, everything else fine. Onto the back, you have there Trans Am and Pontiac just to the right of the Trans Am. Nothing on the top of the spoiler, nothing. The gold trim bars, which flow from the front to the back, just on the trunk. And you have underneath there the dual exhaust. Onto the right side, I forget where the gas cap is on this car. I think it might be in the back. Anyway, I did not see it on that side. I don't see it on this side, so clearly it is somewhere, and I don't know where it is. Anyway, right side matches the left side. The only major difference is, as you can see there, driver is on the left. But other than that, everything else appears to be identical. Trans Am, Goodyear, so on and so forth. We're back to the front, to the underneath of the car. So there we have the limited edition number. So they have added, it used to be 10,000, but clearly they have added to that number. Technically, there can be now 99,000 of these. And we have here 04821. Anyway, this is obviously not a recasting, but a reused cast. 2011 is when it was manufactured. 1979 Pontiac Firebird, and you can see there. So the good news is even outside of the package, you'll be able to know that this is the Firebird version. Sorry, the Rocky movie version. And you can just see there it was made the 212th day of last year, the 14562WS. Everything else that we should be able to find just right there. 212, bottom right underneath the barcode. 21224 14562WS. So we do have a matching pair. Unfortunately, I've completely destroyed that packaging, and I will not be putting it back inside. So now my favorite part of the video, where we get to struggle and open the hood. Okay, so it is a two-tone hood. That's the good news. The bad news is I still cannot tell if it is the Pontiac or the Oldsmobile engine. Both of those engines, I do believe, the Pontiac engine was overstocked in 1978, which when they stopped building it. So they would have just used them until they run out. And then the Oldsmobile engine discontinued production the same year. They were both replaced with a different engine for the Trans Am versions of the car the next year. I forget what they are, but I believe the Pontiac 350 was used to, let's just say, fill in the gaps as a credit towards buying the car. So there we have it. The engine looks really nice. The car looks really nice. Like I said, it has, it and the Camaro share a very close lineage. And so this one we'll just say is the Pontiac engine, just to make it the whole car a Pontiac product, which is obviously GM. Anyway, reasonably well done. Like I said, it is probably something, if I I was a fan of the movie, so I don't mind if I do happen to see another one on the shelf. I'll get it. I also noticed that the 124 and the 143 scale also share. Like I said, when I watched the movie, I don't remember seeing the T-top. I remember it being a solid roof. So just if you don't agree with me, I mean, you can always, I'll watch the movie again. And from what I see, there is no evidence, for example. I'll bring it up briefly, but this could be a manufacturing defect. But I do see, and there are Greenlight's larger versions of the car, where it is this as well. It's not the actual car in the movie, I believe. Anyway, you're free to disagree with me. That's just my opinion. And from what I saw, from what I experienced, and from what I have in front of me. So fans and friends, thank you for watching this video. This is Thomas from Toronto, and to the next one.